Hello back in another episode of AI Ranch where we discuss the latest topics in AI technologies that affects all sorts of businesses all around the world. And today with me is my old friend Kriss Pujats, which I remember from many years ago where he on his own computer built the trading bots, and now he is the co-founder and CTO of I would say the largest crypto trading company here in Baltics and liquidity provider. So welcome.
Yeah, nice to have you. Nice to have to be here, and it is really awesome that you invited me here. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm happy to see you. And so the others might not know your colorful history. You have
Okay.
a lot of things going on in your life before crypto trading. So maybe give a few waypoints. How
Yeah.
did you ended up here?
Okay. Yeah. So my first education was actually in business, but then I realized that I was working in sales and marketing, and that wasn't really my thing. And then I realized that computers is my thing, and then I started studying in Latvia University, and started also working as a developer, and quickly realized that this is definitely my thing. Yeah. And yeah, in the beginning, yeah, I worked with databases in a large company here in Latvia, and then worked in yeah, worked in fintech companies, and learned how to do that, and also started my startups, like multiple of them. Not sure if it's like important to go through all of them, but yeah, I really love coding. And then when AI came along, then I realized, oh, I definitely have to teach myself to do this. And then I found yeah, wonderful tutor, Evalds, who helped me get on board on what is possible, and what can I do, and what are the capabilities. And yeah, and when I thought that I'm ready, being employee, I had like all the back end, front end, and many other skills under my belt. Then I realized I want to do something on my own, and yeah, the first trading bots that I was building was in 2018, and yeah, the first attempts was AI related, and then I realized that this is very hard to build an AI bot with having mainly backend development background. That's why I started building rule-based systems, like arbitrage systems and market making systems, and that became really successful. And I met other co-founders who were more of finance background, and together it really everything came together, because yeah, when it comes to building trading algorithms, there are like three main important things, and one is spotting the opportunity and spotting the strategy. The other is yeah, making a relationship with different partners and having best deals and lower trading fees and stuff like that. And the third one is building the fantastic tech. And I felt very comfortable doing the latter, and the other two co-founders respectively are doing other things, and that magical combination led us to where we are now.
Yeah, I think not only your capabilities as a engineer, which is interesting that you started as a business person and then
Yes.
went into engineer, and then you went even something more crazy. You were also involved in astronomy projects, right?
Yeah. That was also true. So, well, yeah, that started from when I was a little kid, when there was no like internet and computers. I was just looking at encyclopedias. I knew everything about all the planets and all the stars, and was like educating myself about the topics, and I quickly and a lot of things happened. on the go, like invention of dark matter and dark energy. These things are actually when I was actively like searching for these things, and the first exoplanets and things like that. I was always amazed about that. Yeah, and in 2008 I started working in Institute of Astronomy, and later on. And later on, I was also working in Institute of Solid State Physics, making wavefront sensing tools for adaptive optics, and all of that was kind of together. Most of my life I had two jobs, and this is a hobby that I cannot sort of neglect. I still have like telescope, and I'm active in Latvian astronomy amateur community, and yeah, that is also one very important aspect of my life.
Yeah, we can rate some astronomy related company some down the road.
That is not out of question, definitely.
Yeah, seems like that. Yeah, like yeah, you mentioned I had the privilege to show a little bit of basics of machine learning, deep learning and actually it's also funny that 2018 it's not that long after the deep learning exploded.
Yes.
So I mean, like everything was not sold. Transformers even were
Transformers was the hot topic, and it wasn't something you can like easily Google. You were presenting the papers about those things.
Yeah, we tried to re-implement the papers at that moment. It's kind of, I hope that was not my fault, but I feel that you're a little bit critical of these AI technologies. I mean, not critical, but not accepting them on face value and just implementing them everywhere.
That's true.
Seems so. Maybe you can comment on that, and also, is it maybe related to your background? Like I read that you also had you were creating the debate clubs in university. So, and you basically, that also means you need to be quite critical of all the things.
Yeah, you have done your due diligence. Yeah, I was acting in student years as well. Yeah, I was in a student council, and I was in a debate club as well. I founded the Latvian debate club, and yeah, that's like critical thinking thing. Yeah, when it comes to business, we, on one hand, I really don't want to fail, and AI in trading, I tried it out. I spent approximately 1.5 years tackling this question from AI point of view. And when I started my rule-based trading, it just took off. And then I had to answer a question like, okay, this thing is earning money. I can invest effort to scaling that, or I can invest effort I can invest unknown amount of effort trying to make AI work in trading. And the first rule-based systems was like obvious choice. However, now we are implementing more and more elements that help rule-based system, but not necessarily the trading AI trading algorithms per se. It's like here and there rule-based systems just come short. Yeah, because of many reasons, and there are a lot of stuff, a lot of small elements that make a big difference.
But there is something very fundamental that you touched. I totally agree that if you can do it with rule-based system, you definitely don't need to use the deep learning and machine learning and AI. I think this is the reason why there is actually AI bubble, that every startup, every company, every process that says that we need AI, we need to put it everywhere. Like a new electricity, right? A toaster will have AI. But the kind of like why toaster needs AI, it's like on off,
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, definitely. There are there is this joke or idea that you can train AI model to calculate the side of a triangle by inputting like 2 other sides and the angle. Well, you can train that, but you can also just calculate that, and it will be more precise and faster. But not all the but not all the systems actually you can do with the rule-based system, and that's also true.
Yeah, that's true. Like you need to use it in the places where you need to use it. And then so let's dive into your company itself. So what Gravity the team does, and how do you make money?
Okay, so yeah, we are crypto trading company, and we concentrate on arbitrage, liquidity provisioning, and market making. And we are currently operating in about 25 exchanges in all the world, all continents except Antarctica. And we are trading through our systems. Approximately 1.5% of the world's volume is flowing, and so yeah, we're trading a lot. We are like everywhere, and we're taking a tiny little margins per trade. However, with AI, we are not trading less, but also not trading more necessarily. But our profit margins are increasing, and that is in essence what we're doing. Currently, depending how you measure it, we are around the top 15 crypto trading company in the world. Looking forward to be top 5.
And how technically does it work? Like, some people might not understand how how this crypto arbitrage works, and how technically it means that is it like in they should tell in documentaries that you have a server right across the street of the Binance and so on?
Not right across the street, right? Probably a couple of views down in the server rack, I would say. We're getting as close as possible. That is true. However, everyone can do that. We are trying to collocate ourselves. Also, we are trying to speed up the network between the different parts of the globe. Yeah, we are using private internet so that it's faster. And latency is a big issue. Also, the performance is a big issue. Yeah, as I was saying, the rule-based systems. We're trying to speed them up as fast as we can. Python doesn't work always, but we use Rust. Rust is like a sexy new language. Everybody loves it, and yeah, we are also doing that. And but then again, in order to tackle latency, it's really difficult because across the continents it can be like 150, 200 milliseconds, and this 10 microseconds that you got from performance aspects in your server doesn't play that big of a role. So how to tackle that? We realized that okay, well. It would be nice to know some idea, nice to have some idea what is the price going to be when we are sending our message to the other place. For example, arbitrage means that you want to buy in one place and sell in another place. How do you know what price is adequate to buy if you sort of see what is the price on the other end? If you can sort of predict 100 milliseconds ahead, that's like big. That is big, and but not just price. Price is notoriously hard to predict, so we're not trying to predict that. We're predicting other stuff.
Okay, and then this information sending. So if you predict some movement in the prices, then you can select of what kind of data do you send, right? Like it's you're not wasting resource, or it's not a problem.
Resource wasting is not a problem. Yeah, computer power is relatively small part, not entirely, but relatively small part. The problem is about the money that's going around. So let's suppose the typical trade would be like, I don't know, maybe $1,000, but we'd be having dozens per second of those type of trades, and since the volume is so high, then just losing 1/10,000th or winning 1/10,000th of a trade is like a super big deal. If we can win like 1 basis point, which is 1% of 1% per trade, that is a very big thing. So it's not necessarily how much processing time we use or how much bandwidth we use. It's more about how profitable trades we do. And if we can get the information across faster, we can adjust our trading sooner, and our profitability grows.
And what types of crypto are you trading, and how do you choose them? And are you planning to trade something else as well?
Yeah, currently we're trading about 300 different coins in, as I was saying, 25 exchanges. So we are like, our trading orders are like everywhere all the time. So we are constantly having like a couple of tens of thousands of orders open. And currently we have planned, or we have considered, not necessarily planned, to maybe someday, one day, trade in other venues. However, it all comes down to the similar reasoning as utilizing AI, meaning that place is already crowded. We might not be having a very clear edge there. Like, why would we be winning in other markets as it's already mature, as there are players there who are for 30 years already doing it? It could be that we can win there, but it is much less likely than we would be winning in our domain. And crypto specifically is adding a lot of features that traditional finance doesn't have. Just crypto trading is different from traditional finance trading, and we are trying to not lose focus on which elements are different and which elements are translatable from TradFi to crypto, and try to tackle those that are different.
Again, your critical thinking, it's not bad. It's when I met a lot of CTOs and CEOs, that most of them actually are very critical. That if you present them new thing, it's not like okay, let's do it now. So, in terms of your business, so it seems from what you're saying, these 300 coins, so your operations basically can make one new coin, become something or become nothing, basically.
Yes, typically. So a trade means that it consists of two parts. So typically one is maker, one is taker. A maker is someone who says that, okay, I am ready to buy at this price, but I'm not actively doing it. And the taker is like, I really, really want to buy this, doesn't matter what price. And typically a taker would be someone who has some insight in why he needs to buy it. Maybe he just really needs that asset because it's used for gaming or used for, I don't know, whatever, and they need to buy it. So it's our job to be there, be on time, to provide our best price so that those takers are trading from us. So when it comes to smaller coins, it is extremely important for new coins that are just entering cryptosphere, and it is important for their takers to be able to buy it in their local exchange. It is important for them to have very narrow spreads and ability to buy and sell as much as their takers want, and it is our duty to provide this service to whoever needs that specific coin. We not necessarily need like this 250th coin on our books because we're not necessarily using their their services like every day. However, their clients need that, and their clients want to buy it somewhere, and they want to buy it in big amounts and in good price. So in that sense, without our service, their service will suffer because their clients cannot buy the token that is required for their business. And that's why, yeah, one of big things that we do is market making, and we help to give liquidity to those smaller coins. The big ones don't necessarily need our help, like Bitcoin, Ether, Ripple, some others. But yeah, they're just profitable.
Okay, that's great to know. So any coin makers, as you say, or how do you call them, can need your partnership. Actually, that would be very beneficial for both sides, right?
Yeah, definitely.
So and then like I myself, I have hold I owned Bitcoin, Ethereum, and so on. So I know that I can use them some as like another asset or so. But then these small coins. So what is the use case of them? Like you know better than me. Like
there are currencies and tokens. Tokens are typically some sort of they're serving some very clear purpose in some very narrow domain. Like, yeah, for example, gamification tokens. Let's say there's in-game money. That's like one simple way how to use it. There's like a Filecoin or storage, or these coins are to share benefits from decentralized storage, for example. Now there is also decentralized computing. That thing is coming up. So how can you give your computer power to others without knowing and understanding what is the or without accessing the data that you're computing, because maybe that's like banking or something like that. So there is this multi-party computation thing going on. So also you would be paying for these services with some specific coin. Well, you could pay with Ether, but then again, there is some specific economy going on, and that's why there are so many coins. Most of them are most of them are trying to solve some business
in your
case.
operations, do you distinguish between those, pump and dump, shit coins, and so on, or you like you probably you don't take every coin that comes in your way, right?
Yeah, we don't take every coin that comes our way. However, we have other sort of risk management tools how to protect ourselves from pump and dumps, we also are accepting of such risk, because smaller coins may generate a lot of profit in certain scenarios, because the spreads are much bigger, and instead of earning 1 basis point per trade, we can earn like maybe 50. And in that sense, even smaller volume is valuable. We typically don't jump on every coin. However, we also don't spend weeks in due diligence. We are accepting the risk. We start with smaller assets, then slowly increasing. We're also trying to utilize all kinds of financial instruments, like, for example, instead of buying the coin, we borrow the coin. And we try to talk to the new projects. Okay, we would like to trade you, but you're nice guys and all, but we would rather like to borrow your coin than buy it, because it's one thing is what is on your balance, the other thing is what's your exposure. So exposure means that you are suffering from fluctuations, and balance is just something that you're trading, but But yeah, after half a year, you just have to return the same amount, and you're not really exposed. So there are certain financial instruments how to protect against these things.
Let's go more towards tech side. So the bots. So how do you define your bots? You said they are rule based. What's your definition of these bots?
Okay, so the simple way would be to say arbitrage. Yeah, and that's like the first and the main algorithm that we are running. Arbitrage pretty much means you buy cheap and sell expensive and you do that in two different locations in the world, and yeah, so this would be rule based. You're just looking what are the prices across the world, like everywhere, and you would know how difficult it is to send those assets to each of those places, and you would factor that in, and you would trade according to that. You see, that's a rule-based system. We are also starting to do some longer term predictions that prediction trading that takes all kinds of technical and fundamental elements into the mix, and these would be pure AI bots, but they are sort of like in the research state at the moment. They haven't scaled, showing good promise, but that's
so. And then so these bots that are rule based, so they kind of like computer programs. They're not like really AI models. So and then how much it costs for you to build all of this infrastructure around the world?
Yeah, well, that thing costs a lot. That takes a lot of time and
time as well.
Yeah. So yeah, we are. One thing is that it costs money to just buy the servers or rent the servers, and the second thing is to build all of those systems, and the third thing is to manage them. Let's suppose there is some tweak in your trading. Let's say you want to utilize this new feature or thing, but then again you have to roll it out in 25 places, and sometimes you have to do it all at once because they're all interact with one another, and so yes, it is definitely difficult. That's why we establish that's why we have a somewhat established position in the market, and that's why we.
So how long it took you to build this infrastructure?
Since 2018.
Oh.
Yeah.
More than 5 years, so basically 5 years,
yeah, it's not like.
But in the beginning, you were not immediately building the infrastructure.
Not me specifically. The other guys was.
And then you joined the other guys who already built the infrastructure.
Yeah,
that's great.
They had very tiny infrastructure, let's say. So that's a lot of trial and error. So I was building algorithms in like a single way, and the other guys were doing in a different way. So they were sort of starting to build an infrastructure. They were profitably trading from 2018, and I was profitably. My algorithms were profitably trading since 2019, and and then we realized that we are building very similar things, and then.
But then, did you build the same thing, or it was
not the same? Not the same.
It's been like complementarily, right, or not really?
Yeah, you would say that it's complementary. Yeah. Similar ideas. I was building algorithms that are super high frequency, and they are. I was building triangular arbitrage. Others were doing other type of arbitrage, and
Great.
yeah, and then but it's not like you only build infrastructure. It's like you also try to figure out the best trading strategies, how to leverage your infrastructure. Currently, we are spending more and more effort and sort of time and reasoning about the infrastructure, because we realize that this is going to be the very definitive sort of transition point between just guys who write strategies and guys who build infrastructure and help others build their strategies.
But this threshold entering this market at this level, so it means like 5 years, 1 million a year, or what is the cost to build out something like that?
Oh, that's tricky one.
It's more.
Oh, geez, that's you see, if we tomorrow would lose absolutely everything that we got and we would have to rebuild everything from scratch, then it would probably take us less time. But most of the time is just mistakes. That's the bulk of the time.
But including mistakes.
Including mistakes, I would say, maybe, I would say, for 4 years maybe.
4 years, $1 million a year or more.
$1 million a year?
No?
No, I wouldn't necessarily say $1 million a year.
So it's cheaper, yeah.
You see, there is this money aspect as well. You have to be trading there, and you have to be profitable. And one thing is how much you would pay for your developers, and that would be probably less than $1 million a year.
No, developers is one thing. The infrastructure and the assets, that's also threshold, right, for anyone to join this kind of market.
If they can borrow the money from someone, then you could say that assets are sort of coming in from investors. We more or less bootstrapped ourselves, because these were like very good years in 2019 and 2020, and
reinvested,
we reinvested everything, and the bots were like ridiculously profitable at the time. I remember 1% a day. That was like Tuesday.
Okay. Okay, but it's not like that anymore. Now it's more.
The assets are much more, and it's harder to manage them.
At the right time, right? So continuing regarding the technology, so I know your company recently hired a couple of assistant professors in AI, right? So very smart people in AI, and you mentioned that these things are still in research. So what are they doing now? Like where is the value immediately for these kind of crypto trading companies, for financial companies? You mentioned some risk assessment, the support systems.
We leverage AI in two different ways. One way is to add features to our main algorithms. That means all kinds of. There is a lot of things that we would like to know and predict, not just price. There is a volume, volatility, all kinds of spreads, some relative. Relative sort of spread against the Bitcoin and Ether and other coins, and what's happening in one continent, what's happening in another continent, and there are a lot of assumptions, a lot of sort of state that we use in order to do trading, and all of that can be actually enhanced by AI. All of those assumptions can be made better, and there are like hundreds of different variables that go into this system, and some of them you sort of want to observe as they are, but then again there is a ton of noise. You have to sort of denoise those things, and then you start to have some moving averages and stuff like that. But all of that is like history based, and all of those variables would always be old, like that's guaranteed. And so there is a lot of effort, and the first effort from AI was actually enhancing a lot of those trading variables that go into everyday trading, enhance them with some statistical or machine learning algorithms. And and then there are these new approaches where we try to enter the AI first trading. This is fairly successful, I would say, but yeah, it's sort of still not scaled to its maximum potential, and definitely there are a lot of things that still could be improved, and that we still haven't tried. Yeah,
So you were first in the market regarding these, not first, but close to first regarding these arbitrary systems on this crypto. But then the long-term trading, day trading, currently, maybe years ago already, there were some companies who were already starting to do that. Is there a situation that there is already some market leaders in that field, right?
Oh yeah, there are definitely AI first bots, but then again they are leveraging different elements. Let's say you can look at Twitter, or you can look at Reddit, or analyze all kinds of occurrences of certain keywords, and yeah, draw out sentiment or whatever. There are these bots. Typically in trading, people if the bot is successful, they would not tell everyone about it. Yeah. So if the bot is successful, you would most likely not know about it, right? So if there is some trading algorithm who says invest in this, I am generating a lot of profit, be extremely suspicious,
No,
because
that's
if
good.
it's generating a lot of profit, why aren't you just keeping it for yourself? Yeah. So it's tricky. Yeah.
Well, those are good points. So in your case, you're telling others because you have these opportunities for partnership, right?
Yeah, I'm not telling you everything, and I will
Yeah.
not tell you everything. There are certain limits how far I can go and what I can tell. The stuff about the stuff about infrastructure is really beneficial when you have many people trying to trade with your infrastructure. In that sense, I can tell that. The stuff that we are engaging in some sort of AI first trading models, well, that's generic enough. So I also play the game of of not telling, and that's actually a very bad thing, because when you're doing like large language models and all the stuff that's interesting lately, you would be reading papers like every second day, and all kinds of research is constantly sort of feeding back on itself, like I tried this, I tried that. And in finance, everyone is like,
Well, that's it. That's absolutely true. I don't remember exact business case, but years ago I had also AI consultation regarding financial markets, and I was looking for publications. All of the publications that were scientific publications about the financial tradings was all of them were bad. So it's not like bad quality, not reliable, and so on. And then I was thinking, where are all of the good ones? So
yeah,
that,
definitely. So yeah, for many trading companies, their AI models are considered they're absolutely number one greatest asset. In certain in certain places you can read that they estimate the value of the model, and just like 100 million, like 500 million. That's the worth of it. That's if you lose it, that's how much you would lose.
And I know that your company also made some profits, probably because you also act as an investor as well, right?
We in crypto industry, it's interesting. What is investor? If we buy a company's coin and we actually own it and we are exposed to it, are we investor? Well, yes, the ICO. If you participate in an ICO, then you would be considered investor if you buy that token. So in that sense, we are investor. Yes.
Yeah, so you're investing in the crypto companies in that way, but you consider also investments in other companies or not yet?
We consider them. We actually did invest in one other non-crypto company. That was a specific project. That was a friend of mine, but he was doing very, very nice tech. So I thought that okay, we have earned this money, like for what? Let's do something great with it. And so yeah, we did that.
Okay. So just for the viewers to know, but and then okay. So and then when you look at these investment opportunities, either in crypto or non-crypto, like how important is AI in that? Like, depending on what you said so far, it seems that this is not one of the components that need to be there, right?
I wouldn't say that it need to be there, but it definitely. Um, well, we're also not looking for AI not to be there. So it's definitely great to see a project that is solving some real life problem, and if they are leveraging crypto in any form, then it is awesome to help them. Yeah, typically, if we would be investing in a company, we would also be market making the company, market making their token. AI is, yeah, of course, that's a hot topic, and it's solving a lot of problems, and the world is just adapting to the reasoning, what type of problems it can AI can solve, and that's a wonderful technology, very much as or at least as wonderful as blockchain. And there is a crazy amount of benefit it can give to the society, and if certain startups are leveraging some of that, then it's amazing. Then that's definitely a possibility.
Okay. So at the end, like from your experience with all of these AI tools, like, do you have some tools or materials you can recommend somebody, trying out and using in their business life? You mentioned earlier, like before, that you have some business analysts using ChatGPT, right?
Yeah. ChatGPT is definitely a wonderful tool for everyone, really. For developers, there is this Copilot, and that speeds up things a lot. I know a guy who not in our company, who built an entire project with it, meaning like you give prompts more than you code, and or you write tests and ask ChatGPT to not fail this test or something like that.
Whoa, that's a
Yeah,
reverse
so
engine.
you just write tests, and AI does the implementation. And for analysts, and even for business owners, like CEOs and CFOs and others, there is a lot you can gain from those from ChatGPT and LLMs in general. That would definitely be a tool. Yeah. Also in marketing, we use those image generation stuff. It used to be harder, but now it's easier, because all kinds of marketing activities become so much easier with help with content, with help with design, with help with all of these things. And yeah, so there are a lot of tools, and probably the most important tool is just be open, just embrace it, embrace the coming of the new age. And the new age has always been coming. Like, I mean, like every time there is something new to learn, and AI is just one thing that's new to learn right now, and just embrace it. Otherwise, you will be left behind. Yeah, definitely.
Okay. Thank you, Kriss. It was
Yeah.
nice talking to you.
It was nice talking to you too.
Yeah, yeah, great
Yeah.
thoughts.
Yeah.
Thank you for joining another episode of AI Ranch. As a gratitude, please subscribe, like, and share, and see you in the next episode.